much that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to start.
Good morning, dear friends. Good morning, men of goodwill. I salute each and every one of you this morning. That the Lord will rejoice and be glad in it. So I salute each and every one that are here. May Elohim continue to bless you. May Elohim continue to keep you. May Elohim continue to protect you.
That you are willing and prepared to abandon.
I welcome each and every one of you for another day in His presence, another day, another privileged day that have been given to us to propagate the gospel of our freedom. So I greet each and every one of you and welcome you as you come. Do well to welcome others by sharing and liking the program. Sonny, my brother, you're welcome. Sonny, you're welcome. I salute you from here. As you come in, do well to share the program. Do well to share the program so more people will come in. So I salute you, your friends, in the world, for listening to the truth and doing the needful. May Elohim continue to bless each and every one of you, both now and forever. He said, let's listen to this voice of our leader. This is the bedrock of everything that we do. And this is the quality that are needed from those that will propagate this gospel. As we are going to be looking at something that's very, very important, because when some things are happening, we need to talk about it, because some of these things is what our leader has prophesied a very long time ago. He prophesied about this, that before you come to be a Biafran or to be a Biafra liberator, there's some quality. You can be a Biafran, but there's some qualities that are required from those that are going to be in this liberation movement. And once you don't have these qualities, your service will not be needed, or your service might not make any impact in the life of the Biafrans. So that is why we're here today. I salute each and every one of you Biafrans. Let's listen to this. You're welcome, my brother Sonny. You're welcome, and every other person out there. You're all welcome. I salute you all from here.
That you are willing and prepared to abandon everything and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice devil to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know, let me not say it live on air. But when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it and I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before. Your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice devil to get the. Those are the people we are looking for. That is, there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, good junior. That doesn't mean the. That doesn't mean the. This criteria is meant for the. I don't know. Let me not say it live on air. That's when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it and I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before, your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life.
Our leader, Mazin Namdeoku Kanu, said, when the time comes, you will know. And time has come, and you know. The time has finally come, and you're knowing what I said very long time ago. That there are some criteria that are required from those that are going to for this freedom. And today, the Zama group of company, last they are confessing that this man, Ohamadike, that this man, Simon Ekpa, the Biafra Republic government in exile, and all his cabinets, that they are in charge. That the Biafra Republic government in exile and de facto government in homeland is actually in charge. That the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is actually in charge. And that is the realization that they have come. That is the conclusion they have come. And I'm going to play this video for you. And I will show you the oath that these people took. I'll show you the oath that these people took. And they jeopardized it and make a mess of it. And they rubbished it, thinking that this oath does not work. It does work. It does work. Once it will definitely end the time in your life, if that will be. You never dream of being people. The worst thing you ever think of doing in your entire life, you betray your people. More especially if you become a Biafran in your next life, if there's anything like that. If there's not, you will regret all your days till eternity while you made that decision you made that very day, that very minute, that very second, that decision, and is the decision you made to betray your own people. You will realize and you will keep on blaming yourself the rest of your days for that single decision you made. Because you were never called for this job. You were never called for this liberation. You were never a volunteer, but you are a hired servant that come to make mess, jeopardize what we are doing. So I'm to be analyzing this video and bring there's another video I'll bring for you where the person is also saying the same thing that this Anum Pama here is saying. Because one thing that baffles me where this man is you are trying to be like Simon Ekpa. You are copying Simon. Anything that Simon Ekpa does, you copy it. But at the same time, you've been speaking from the both sides of your mouth. The same you will come out and say you're going to sue a chicken at the Zama and the leadership for eating your money that they have defrauded you for very long. You are the same person that formed the English that said that you're going to, that is the time you will now charge and you will now sue them for putting you in the state of imagination, telling you that something is coming when something is not coming, when nothing is coming. They know that they are not fighting for Biafra. They know that if they should be in IPOB till eternity come, they have nothing that is coming. Neither did they have anything that they are bringing. But it's only Mazi Simon Ekpa that told us, even if there has not been anything on the table, I'm coming to bring something on the table. Even if there's not something, there's never been anything on the table, I'm coming to bring something on the table. And I will also read for us the memo that was published by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from detention. One of the memos that he gave to this Zama group of company. And the thing provoked them. The thing gave them agitated. The thing annoyed them to the extent that many of them began with their voice of betrayal. One of them said, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out of the CSS dungeon and do some of the things he said that they should implement. And the other person said they would have drawn a red line for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu long time ago, and they keep on saying Onyendo, 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 until now the water have get into their neck, and it's now they are now rolling around to seek for what they would do. But it's for a long time, they would have drawn a red line for Onyendo. So if he didn't know those that he's doing Biafra with, let him remain there in the prison until he realized those that he's doing Biafra with. Then the powers that be will now go for his rescue. These are the people our leader is talking about here. That you find yourself in one office or the other that does not give you the qualification to agitate for Biafra or to align yourself in the liberation. But these ones have jammed the rock. You know, Mazi Simon Ekpa is telling them these questions. Let me play that. Mazi Simon Ekpa was telling them, before you come against me, please, I advise you, go and ask questions so that you will not start something that I will never stop. When I start, I will not stop. And when he was telling them this, they said, is it not just only one man? Is it not only this man in Finland? And why must we be
who is not dealing with Nigeria, who is devoting his power and time to something else, know that they are not genuine. And we are going to chase all of them away from IPOB.
Are you hearing that?
They want us to leave. I told them, Aburamu, go and tell them, I am not those people they push away from IPOB. Muagabo their last bus stop. Eh? And I just say, Muagabo their last bus stop na struggle. Only open adro genuine. Me go end you for this struggle. I told them, if you want to start, first of all, go to native doctor in your village. Ijoese. Go to oracle in your village. Consult the oracle.
Kachi, you're welcome. Do you hear that? Our Prime Minister warned them. Our Prime Minister take our time to warn these people when he was trying to see if they can actually work together with these people. When he was actually thinking that there's atom of love for Biafra that's in the heart of these people. But at the end of the day, our Prime Minister come to a conclusion that these people are never here for Biafra. that they are never here for Biafra, that all that we are here for is their pocket and power. That's money and power. Why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa has come for freedom. They come for freedom. He go and ask questions. Mazen Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, keep quiet on these people for 3 whole months. 3 whole months he did not respond anything to them. 3 whole months he did not do anything. 3 whole months he was keeping quiet. 3 whole months he was just looking at them. And there we are all making fool of themselves. Until the day Simon Ekpa began. And from that day, their life has never remained the same. And since that day, the more they want to,
I said things the way it is.
the more they are. Today, they have come to realize for almost 2 years now, or 3 years now, is now that they are realizing that actually there's nothing they can do, that they have nothing to offer, that the only person in charge of this whole thing we are is Master Simon Ekpa. That the only person in charge of this thing that we are doing is only Simon Ekpa. And any other person that is doing any other thing is doing that at his own peril, because the only person in charge is Biafra Republic government in exile. And that the Prime Minister, which the Prime Minister is Master Simon Ekpa. And that is just the simple truth. He's just saying something that we already know. But I want you to hear it from their mouth. For you to know that had it been you throw your weight on these people, you would have been wouldn't have only ended up being disappointed, but you would have ended up being depressed. You would have ended up with something that is more terrible than what you're seeing now. I'm telling you. You would have ended up with more terrible situation, because these ones don't know where they are headed. But the Biafra Republic government in exile still remains and will remain the only way to Biafra. And this year, it will happen before your eyes. Listen to this in Zama.
I said things the way it is. As it stands now, Aloy Ejimako is the lead counsel.
Remember when they are attacking Aloy? You know, one thing with us, the Biafrans, and Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, once you're doing the right thing, he speaks whatever it is right. He speaks according to what you do or what you're doing. But whenever you want to now depend on those things that he's saying about you that are good, and you begin to twist what you have said before, the same strength he used to speak good of you, he will double the strength he will use to promote you and correct you from the wrong that you are doing. Because we are fighting a just cause. That the man with the vision focus on the rising sun. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the man with the vision. And once you focus on the rising sun, you will not end up like this Zama people. Now, this man is saying that he likes saying things the way it is. It is a lie. Why you are saying this now is because, you know, when your enemy has been defeated, when David defeated Saul, Saul confessed and said to David, "You are more righteous than me." What these Zama people are now saying is that Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, you are more righteous than me. That is what they are saying now. To come to the realization, not only did they now come to the realization that Aloy Ejimako, that Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the Karo White, is no longer the lead counsel. Remember them, they carried all the day long that anybody that is working against the lawyers, that that person is not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For you to think perhaps, oh, these people are working against the council of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and for that, they are not working for Biafrans. Not knowing that behind the scene, what you are not seeing, that all these people are one and the same. Both the lead counsel, Carol White, and the Mike Ezekome, the criminal Bible quoter, all of them are in the same pot. All of them, Panon, are in Chinenye. I salute you from here, Chinenye Obiefuna. You're welcome. That all of them are in the same pot. None of them are none. Let me put the link. There's any of you that are free. Today is Saturday now. Many people will not go to work. Or are you all? Do you all have work today? Me, I'm at home. If you are free, join me on and learn in your own voice. The link is out there. You're welcome, Biafrans. As you come in, share, like, and subscribe. Let the video go viral so that it will get to those Zama and those Zama lovers, because Zama lovers, those ones that love the way Nigeria is, are Zama lovers. Even the terrorist state of Nigeria, the Zoological Republic, has come to a conclusion, because from the day one, they know that these ones are puppets. These ones are like a cat that will be robbing you. They just want to be your friend. Not that they are bringing anything on the table, but they just want to be your friend. So they already know, because once you're working with your enemy, you know, you cannot deceive your enemy now that you are not attacking him. He knows that you are not his one of his problems. So you close. Even the Nigerian journalists, Nigerian government propagated and said that the only authority that they will respect is the leadership of IPOB. Can you imagine that? When your enemy is now saying that the only people they can respect is the leadership of IPOB, what they have never said for your own master, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there's never been a day that the terror of Nigeria said, oh, the only authority was respect in this whole eastern region is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that will not listen to the governors. Any day you hear that, that means Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has compromised the cause. But that will never happen. And any day you hear that about Simon Ekpa, you know he have compromised the cause, and that will still will not happen. But the only people that have tried the Soludo of former Anambra State have tried everything to see if he can brush up these people to convince Biafrans these are the people that you have to listen to. Biafrans have never been listening to you before, let alone when you now come to give a testimony of a person that they need to. They know that all of you are one and the same. That if you should come and defend anybody, that person is literally working for your interest. That Soludo have to confess and say that the IPOB, we are in agreement with them. We are working with the leadership. And this Okoko here are one of those errats that the leadership, the so-called leadership, are using. And today he have come to the conclusion that actually those that are in charge are the Biafra Republic government. Let's go there, listen to him yourself.
I say things the way it is. As it stands now, is the list of Mazen.
What this man does say that makes me angry is he will say things the way it is. Where were you when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? Why didn't you say things the way it is then? Where were you when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was removed as the director of Radio Biafra? Why did you say things the way it is then? Where were you when Mazen Nnamdi kidnapped and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria? Tortured for 8 years, almost killed, and kept incommunicado since, denied medical facilities, medical checkup, and all that. Where were you all these years? Where were you when they Chinas and wash them and all them, when you know that these people are not working on Carol White? You know, because you're always in a meeting with them. When you know that these people are not working for the liberation of the Biafrans, where were you? Why didn't you say things the way it is? Because you still have your platform. They didn't deplatform you. Neither did Nigeria deplatform you. Neither anybody deplatform you. You still have your platform, which you're still speaking from, dressing and mimicking Simon Ekpa. Why didn't you, from that your seat that you went and buy, thinking that once you buy a seat that looks like Simon Ekpa own, wear a cloth and cap that looks like Simon Ekpa, all of a sudden the wisdom and what Simon Ekpa is automatically transformed to you. You cannot molest or talk down on this that you want to favor you. Any grace you did not honor can never be imparted to your life. You molested the grace that was upon Simon Ekpa, and at the same time dressing like him, trying to mimic him. Where were you that all this time that you did not say, leave this man, Simon Ekpa, from the onset, like we started saying from the onset? Why didn't you say, leave this Simon Ekpa? He had nothing. The only person you should be fighting now, the only person that you should not be fighting now is Simon Ekpa. Rather, let's build a wall around him. He is the only voice now that is speaking and that is making Nigeria state government to stand on their. Where were you? Didn't you know that it's good to keep the record very straight? Like you said, that you say things the way it is. You are a liar and you are a deceit. You are a deceiver. You don't say things the way it is. You say you're saying it now because that is why you are now saying it. That is why you are now saying it. If not, you not say it. But we know all of you. And all of you at the right time. This oath that you guys take, which I'm going to play, all of you out. Nobody. But this oath will fish all of you out. Listen to him.
There's no two ways about it. We don't have to lie.
He don't have to lie. All the time that you have been saying in Finland, I was thinking maybe that is the way you speak. I was thinking maybe the words or the weddings or the letters that made up the name of Simon Ekpa is too hard for you to pronounce. That is what I can actually pronounce Simon Ekpa the way it is. But you choose to call him Ekparem, you choose to call him Berima in Finland, you choose to call him that thing in Finland, you choose to call him all manner of name. But now you have come to the realization that he is in charge. Because he ended your criminality, ended your deceit against the Biafrans, ended all the things that you have been doing to deceive the Biafran people. And today, you are now confessing that actually you have did everything to, one of them said, only one person will fight and even hire people to come on the media and fight him. At the end of the day, he was still standing strong as he, or even fighting him to be dancing and drinking Hennessy. Simon said, I will be your end. And today he's your end. And that is why you're now saying that you will say the truth. Why? Somebody that speaks the truth, you don't need to lie at a point in time. Just like Simon Ekpa has been saying the truth, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saying the truth, and even saying that even before our enemies. Even when you will say the truth and you're not sure if you're going to live or die, we still need to say it. If you are a disciple of this man, then the cause of it. But because Simon Ekpa is a disciple of this man, he speaks the truth, not mind giving a dime of what will be the outcome of that truth that he's saying. And that is the truth he said, all of you ganged up against him. And today, what is the result? Last, you are confessing that actually this man is the only way to go. Let's listen.
After Aloy Ejimako take over with the lies and deceit from propaganda they have already.
Do you see somebody that just told you that he's like saying things the ways? Number one. Do you see the same person that said he likes speaking the truth? Number two. He now said that after Aloy Ejimako took over, with the lies and the deceit they used to deceive who? To deceive Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The same lies and deceit that they have been using all this while, pretending to be working with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but being the enemies within. Pretending to be working with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but they are the enemies within. This man is saying that after Aloy Ejimako took over with lies and deceit. So in other words, that a Caro White, that he trusts Caro White more than Aloy Ejimako. That is what he's trying to tell you. That Caro White, that whatever that made Caro White to be out of the picture, and Ezekiel to be out of the picture is because some persons may choose to lie. To lie to who? You think Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a spiritual man that sees what's happening around him? You see all of you that are blind, so blind what is happening around you. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knows every work that you all has been doing. And remember what he said in the court. Nobody that have in one way or the other worked against Biafra will go scot-free. And that message has been shocking all of you. So afraid even to come and play it. Because before now they will run out to come and analyze as Nnamdi Kanu said. But this message is very hot that they cannot do anything about it. The same man, I just want you to see the deception in these people. The same man that started his speech and said he likes saying things the way it is, number one, and he likes saying the truth. Secondly, immediately in the same video, he started lying. Why he said all these things, all those things? If you're something with somebody that always, you have not said that what he's saying is a lie. You are not arguing with him. Neither are you debating or disputing what he's saying, and he's trying to tell you, and the person starts telling you, I hate lies. I like telling somebody the truth. But wo Lucifer. Enwere onye tụrụ asị ekwensu onye a gbawakwa akụkụ ụgha. Because nobody is arguing it with him. Nobody is debating it with him. But he started his speech by saying, I like saying it the way it is. What and what have you said the way it is before? Can you bring one video and let's look into it and see at the end of the day that you said it the way it is? The answer is none. You cannot bring out any of your video that you've been making from the day one till now, that you've been consistent in what you're saying. We'll bring the one that you said when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still. Align it with the one you said when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no more there. Align it with the one that you're saying when Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, is there. And align it with what you're saying now. You see that you have been a chameleon all the day long. Same good truth. An atom of truth is not in you. And you cannot speak truth. Because devils don't speak truth. Rather, they say something that looks like truth, but they are not truth at all. They believe they work with deception, and that is what this man is. But their propaganda and their deception could not take them anywhere, because the only place that propaganda and deception strives is where there's a foundation. But in the Biafra struggle, there's no faulty foundation, so lies and deceit cannot strive there. It was built with a pure truth. And once you come into it with the mirror, with something that is not true, the mirror will be showing you who you are. The mirror cannot show you a different face. So if you are ugly and you look at the mirror and you see yourself that you are too ugly, and you go out and somebody is telling you, Neimaka, know either that person, in other words, is an ironic word. He's trying, he don't know how to tell you, Are you getting me? So he decided to say it ironically and say Neymaka ọcha ịwụ anyarị ya ịwụ ụgbana n'ife ma na mma ife ịcha na ọcha dị egwu. Knowing that is an ironic word. So whenever you go to mirror, you see yourself. Mirror cannot lie to you. What you see in the mirror, that is who you are. That is what this man refused to see. And that is what he didn't even understand. That whenever he starts in the mirror, he's looking at a liar, a bunch of liars. And he will come out to give you testimony about himself. Who cares about your testimony? We want your work to speak for you. And you cannot just mad now and start telling us that you have repented. Because you are now saying something that looks like you are no longer in the other camp. But we don't care to know which camp you are now. Because when you begin to say, I told them, who are them? You will say, I told us. I was telling us when all these things is happening, let's leave this one. That is the type of confession you should come out and start confessing now, so that the future will know that you were a Sabon TK before. And along the line, you begin to see that Sabon TK does not, and you begin to make a U-turn, but you will not make a U-turn into the government of the Republic government in exile. You will make a U-turn and begin to speak it the way it is until Biafra is restored. And you will come to Biafra land, whatever that the law court of Biafra decide to do. You will face it as your fate. But now, if you want to set the record straight, and if you want to make a confession, go straight to make a proper confession and start doing it indirectly. We will not condone this indirect confession. Come out openly and say that you guys, like many of them come out to confess that Simon Ekpa is no longer the problem of IPOB. Simon Ekpa has never been there. He have from the day one been the solution. All of you has been the problem from the onset, and still the problem till now. But one thing is that all of you are not relevant. Because a bunch of irrelevant people cannot stand against relevant individuals. And you all are a bunch of irrelevant people. And now you're realizing it that you're irrelevant. That the people in charge are those that you have devoted your time to fight.
We go to Mazin Nankan and begin to lie to him.
Can anyone hear me now? I think we are good to go now. Sorry about that. The network, I was just seeing reconnecting. So what am I saying? These people, there's no truth in them. These people, there's no truth in them. Even a single truth. There's no truth in them. But we, the Biafrans, the disciples of Mazi Simon Ekpa and the disciples of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are here to remind them of their stupidity and the things that they are doing that will never work. Against, not now, not tomorrow. So Biafrans, let's listen to this Mumu man, this is Zama group of company one more time. Then you will listen to the covenant that these people entered that they betrayed. For you to know that these are cursed people. So whenever you see them talking from both sides of their mouth, know that is the curse that they brought to themselves that is dealing with them. They are not suffering of any other thing, but the curse they bring upon themselves. Let's listen to him.
On his Twitter handle, but some of them come to attack him. I mean, because sometimes he will do.
They ask this Fulefu, who are those some of them that come to attack him? Who are those some of them that come to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, on his Twitter handle, on the things that he tweeted? Who are those that came to attack him? He said they come to attack him. Who are those that come to attack him? Your colleagues. But you are afraid to say it. Instead of you to say that he put it on his... The only way to say things the way it is, like you said, because I'm judging you with your own words. You said you are a kind of person that say things the way it is, and you don't lie. But you have said many lies here. You have told so many lies here now. You said they come to attack him. Who are they? Who are those that are they that come to attack him? There's nobody called they. But your POS and those in Zama group of company that have done propaganda for many decades and nothing is working. Ejom Ganjonye Ekechi. Ejom Ganjonye. Ekechi is asking you, were you not among them? Because at the same time you realize that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not in charge, you're still attacking him. You have years has not done anything positive, not achieved anything. Rather, you keep on failing. You keep on failing. You keep on failing. Let me remind you of the words of the wife of Naaman. Naaman, when he was attacking Haman, the wife of Naaman said to him, if this person that you are attacking is a Jew, and in whom you have started falling already, you are never going to survive this. You have started failing before this man. You will not survive it. This Simon Ekpa, who is the righteous man that is propagating for the gospel of the truth of Biafrans, that all of you have failed before. You have all failed before him. You will never rise. You will continue to fail. As each day passes by, you will continue to fail. As each day passes by, you will continue to fail. Until this oath that you guys take will finish work on all of you. Because many of you said, "Lord, we take the here." But the oath is dealing with you people, but because of your blindness and your ignorance, you didn't know that what you're suffering today is the oath that you take. That is what is fishing out.
Something, they won't want him to come and claim it. But being who he is,
that Simon Ekpa will do something. And those that he called they, Who are his group of Zama people will not want Simon Ekpa to come and claim ownership of that thing that Simon Ekpa did. But Simon, our prime minister, being who he is, this is a confession. This is a confession. This man realized that Simon has been who he is from the day one. He's been who he is. He's not changed from being that person that he is, become another person, either to please anybody. But Simon has been who he is from the day one. Just like Mazen they can even in detention, even being tortured, even being extraordinary rendition, he remained who he is. That is the consistency that our leader is talking about. And that is the consistency that our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa keyed himself in. And today he's doing a tremendous work. Today we have liaison offices all over the place. That the same people, those that he called they are colleagues, because he came out to analyze and give kudos to those people that went to America, to our liaison office in America, that said that one that called himself a pastor, and the other person that called himself prince, that went there. He said that these are men, that these are the way to do things. This same man that said things the way it is. But now that they have all come to the realization that all these offices are real, that all these liaison offices are real, that all these diplomatic moves are real, that our Biafran coin and our Biafran bank are real, that the Biafran Republic government in exile are real, that the Biafran Liberation Army are real, that all the things that Mazi Simon Ekpa are doing to secure our people and keep them safe, that they are real, that they are working for the liberation of Biafra. This man has not come out to say, actually, these people that went to America to make a fool of themselves, that what they wanted to do, that liaison office there is real. When we come there, the seminar that took place in Finland, in Helsinki, Finland, many of them carry the of them. They carry the propaganda. He've not come back to say that this convention, where we endorse both our alliance with the Finland and the adoption of the Biafra, that these things are real. But he have not come. He that said that he knows that you know that he says it the way it is. What qualified this man as somebody that says things the way it is? Now he have used the mouth to confess that Simon Ekpa has been who he is from the day one. Being who he is, he will always come to claim what he did. That is how you know a real man. Take responsibility is the proper way to know a good leader. But cowards don't take responsibilities. Like you sold our leader, for you to take responsibility, man up and say we sold him for $9 million and we are sorry. Whatever punishment that the Biafrans will give us at the end of the day, we are ready to bear it. This is how to know a real man. Just like you confess that Simon Ekpa takes responsibility of anything that he did, being who he is, because he have not changed. He's not a chameleon like many of you, but all of you are all chameleons. All chameleons that changes your opinion because of the people you are dealing with, because you are not leaders. You are all Zama company. My brother Ekechi, he is coming through the window to do his confession. Let him come through the door for his confession. Also, you know, we don't know who is coming from the window now, because you know the first propaganda that we are propagating is that Simon Ekpa come through the back door. He come through the window. He come through the back door. And now he's coming through the back door and coming through the window to make a confession that actually that Simon Ekpa is the real man. And this man has remained who he is from the day one, that he have not changed neither from the right nor from the left. That is how to know a real man. For that right of God bless you.
You claim it. It does not matter what you said, he will come and claim it.
No matter what you said, that is how to know a true leader. It doesn't matter the propaganda you carry against our leader. It doesn't matter propaganda you carry against Mazen Nnamdi Kukano. He will come out. It doesn't matter the propaganda you carry against Mazen Simon Ekpa, our prime minister. He will come out and lay claim of the things that the Biafra Liberation Army are doing. He will lay claim on the things that he have done to put Nigeria in the mess that they are in today. He will lay claim on the things that he have said, time bomb that he have said on the foundation of Nigeria that are pulling them down today. He will lay claim on the things that he have put in place since he started this fight to make sure that victory comes. To make sure that victory is assured on Biafrans. Good morning, Mazi Jaja. Okay, Diana. Diana, you're welcome. Good morning, Mazi Jaja and every genuine Biafra fighters. Freedom, victory is very sure. Yes, so. Fix, once you're consistent on what you're doing, definitely you will get your destination. Once you're consistent. But when you begin to speak from the both sides of your mouth like this Umefulef and all this Janjaweed, you might never get to your destination. Because had it been, we begin to compromise and begin to be a chameleon, changing colors. Say the color we see will change, we see Obi will change, we see Atiku will change, we see Miloko will change, we see this one will change. The whole world would see us as the most stupidest people in the whole world, the most stupid people in the whole world, because nobody is ever going to take us serious. Everybody will say, who are these ones that cannot, they don't even know what they want. They don't know what they want, because if they know what they want, we will know. But for now, they don't know what they want. They will just be watching you. As you're fooling yourself, they'll be watching you. So Biafrans, as you come in, do well to share the program. Do well to share it. Like, and subscribe. God bless you. This man, there's no truth in him. He doesn't know what truth looks like, so he cannot speak it. You can only give out what you have, but all of them don't have the truth in them, and they cannot give out what they don't have. So thank you so much. Do we still need to listen to this man before we play the confession, the oath that they all took? And they betrayed that oath. They betrayed it. And that oath will keep on haunting them till eternity come. He said,
let me see if I have that, the write-up of Simon and see how they were attacking him.
do you see how this man, you know, all of them are very funny. Do you see how he's now coming out to exonerate himself? He's not saying, if you see that Saneba comment, that post that he made, you see how all coming him. You will ask yourself, it's a confused man. And I wonder the people that went out to listen to this buffoon. But I know some of the Biafrans will just go there to laugh. Some Biafrans to laugh, some will go there to stupidity, just like I brought the stupidity this man to you now. From the starting of from how many minutes? Kedu ife inwe ike isi na onya ka iji aka onye a na-ekwu? O bidoro ịgwa gị sị na ya bụ onye na-ada eme ife na-ada ekwu ife ka o si wee da. But from the things that he have said, he's going back and forth. He have not said anything critical since he started his speech. He have not said anything. He have not said anything. Somebody that told you here now that is a kind of person that stands on the truth, but that truth is very hard for him to speak. Who are the people that are coming to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa on his comment section? Or is he blind to see only those that are coming to attack, but he don't know who those people are? Can you imagine that? What type of individual people, what type of people are these? But they will be the one to tell you, we stand by the truth. We stand. I already told you, anybody that said, I stand by the truth, I stand by the truth, I stand by the truth. Nyonya henyo. Eziokwu adịghị n'ọnụ. Onye na-ekwu eziokwu don't need to prove it to you. The only thing you need to do is to say it and leave you with your conscience. At the end of the day, you will come back to that truth. Just like Mazen Namdekano did, just like Mazen Simon Ekpa did. He said that will be your end. Once you're not genuine, it's just a matter of time. I give you time. All of you will fizzle out. If from Munga, I will man know Nayatan. Jenje Juese. Mua walk boy, I walk badunu no. Una na anyu na abo, yet you will not be able to vomit it. Yabo putawe yeno bakwani enoba. No pido na be about not to. This man have not said anything. But one thing that he have said is that he realizes that Mazi Simon Ekpa has been consistent, being who he is from the onset. Same thing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then who are they? He's a confused man, Ekechi. He's a confused man. A confused man because he don't know whether to continue with the POS or to go back. He don't know what to do. He's on the crossroad. He's on the crossroad, confessing. Now, because you already choose your path, and the path you choose, you will eat the benefit and the dividends thereof. And when that time comes, you will know.
But I will prove to you people that Simon Ekpa is in charge.
Ask this Okoko, who are you coming to prove that Simon Ekpa is in charge? Who are you proving it to? Are you proving it to the Nigerian state government, or are you proving it to your fellow Janjaweed? Oh, maybe you're proving it to those ones that are still gullible, that are believing that the leadership is wise. But they know they are just deceiving themselves, just like you're deceiving yourself. Is it the one that the Senate president have come out to tell even the governors that Simon Ekpa is in charge? He's the state governor from Finland. He's the senator from Finland. He's the House of Representative from Finland, a local government chairman from Finland. He's the one in charge of the Old Eastern region. So what proof are you coming to make? So what difference is what you're saying and what does it make? The people we are fighting has already confessed that to the Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, is in charge. So what difference? You're coming late. So what you're saying, the enemy has already confessed this. So you are a petty enemy. You are a petty enemy. You are just like what will I call it? An ant. So you're not significant. So you coming now to realize what the enemy have realized very long time ago, that Simon Ekpa is in charge, because he puts it at home, everybody obeys it, including the governor, the police, the army, everybody obeys it. So you're just coming now to realize that he's in charge. Did you see that etigo na azụ na ọkụ ga anyụgo? If ọ na-akpago akpaghị cha ka akpa onye ọzọ. Ọ bụrụ akpaghị ibido fiwa ọnwụ, afizi na ọnwụ akpago, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the worst part of it. That there's nothing you can do about it, either to revise what have been done. What have been done. The deed has been done already. So you have to bear it. That is the choice you make. There's this song of Lucky Tube. I did be in a YouTube will allow us, I will play it. I will analyze to us, I will align it with what this man is saying. You will see that every choice we make, we live with it. Lucky Dube was singing in his song in regret of the marriage he involved himself in. He said the choice he made, that he never knew that behind this beauty lies what will destroy him in the nearest future. And behind the money that was given to you, that money was glittering, when an adage already told you that all that glitters are gold. But due to your stupidity and your dummy ass, you don't know that that thing, that word is truth. That all that glitters are really not gold. But you pursued after the material things. you abandon our freedom and pursue after the material things. And now you've come to realize that actually this man that you have attacked for 3 years is actually the man that have remained consistent in what he's doing and have not wavered nor changed from the pattern that Mazen and the Kano have laid. That the people of the 1967, 1970 that fought this fight and bring us to the level where we are today, that we have a land that we are fighting to defend, that this man has been consistent. That instead of you to say we have not been consistent, like some of you have confessed. I even love that one that confessed and say we have not been taking fight to the camp of the enemy. We have been fighting Simon Ekpa. If you are not talking about Simon Ekpa, we're talking about religion. If they're not talking about Simon Ekpa, they're talking about religion for 3 years. That this is the only thing that they have done. They have never taken the fight to the camp of the enemy. And that's why the enemy is in romance with them. But Simon Ekpa that have channeled his nozzles, the enemy from the day one, that have not changed direction, but on the enemy till now. It's now that you're realizing it, that Simon Ekpa is in charge. You have made your choice, and this choice of yours, you will live all your life to regret that choice that you made that fateful day.
There's no two ways about it. And I will tell you people that Aloy Ejimako
Who are these you people? You see this one with their deceit. Who are these you people that you are telling? Who are these you people? Call your Zama group of company by their name now, or have you call your Zama group of company their name and say, you Zama group of company, our group of company. This man is in charge and there's nothing you can do about it. He said there's nothing anybody can do about it. Chetakwa n'oge Simon Ekpa na-ebido, he told them go and ask questions. And he refused to do this simple mathematics. This simple mathematics that Simon Ekpa, this simple assignment that Simon Ekpa gave to them. That's why most of them failed in school, including him. He failed his exam because he will never follow directives. If you give him information and how to solve maths, he will throw it away and go and bring his own. And at the end of the day, he will fail. That's why he failed the ordinary exam that was given to him by Simon Ekpa. Before you start to attack me, go and ask questions. Very simple something. Go and ask questions as ask, what is the exam? And what is the tax? Who is Simon Ekpa? Is that hard to ask? With the strength you use to do this thing, you will even use lesser strength to ask, who is Simon Ekpa? And they will tell you, don't even go there. And you will come back. And respectfully, pia onwe gị ka akwa, tinye onwe gị n'akpati, ịgbachie ya, chebiri oge Biafra ya abịa. This generational curse you have brought upon yourself, you wouldn't have brought it upon yourself. But you're just realizing now that there's nothing the Zama group of company can do about Simon. And that is a plus to us, that the spirit of Biafra is working in and directing our foot on the right path to go. And at the end of the day, Abachos are Gomais. Let's listen to those people he's sending message. I want us to listen to them as they are taking their oath, because many people have not even heard this oath of Biafra. This is the oath that we all took. We all took this oath, including me and them and every other person. We took this oath. But many of us today are genuinely agitating for Biafra. This oath cannot work against us. The only time it will work against us is when I stop this thing that I'm saying and begin to mislead the Biafrans. That is the day it will start working against me. But so long as I stood on the path that Mazen and the Kano have led, which is the path of truth and consistent, and speaking the truth, not minding whatever will come out of it, the oath will never work against me. Speak on my behalf. where I cannot speak for myself. Let's listen to them.
There are some people working with them, isn't it?
Let's ignore this if live. Let's go to the video. Listen to them. Listen to the wordings of this oath.
And the director of Radio Biafra.
Listen to the wordings of this oath. That they will not sabotage or be insubordinate to the director of Radio Biafra, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will ask yourself is, have they broken this oath with these words? The answer is yes. Every one of them here, including the 1,000 teeth. You will see 1,000 teeth here. You will see him. He's always using marks to cover his teeth because the teeth is too much. He's always using marks. All of them here have betrayed. They say they can never be insubordinate to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Neither will Mazen Nnamdi Kanu be insubordinate to any Biafran, to the Biafrans. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in his word said, I will not betray any of you. I'm vouching for myself. I can only vouch for myself that in the nearest future, I will still be talking about Biafra. In the next 5 years, I will still be talking about Biafra. But I cannot say the same thing about you. All of you should go and search your heart. With all the oaths they take, yet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not trust them. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu know that these ones are chameleons. They are wolves in sheep clothing. With all the oaths that they took, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still asking that I need 100 men. With all this oath that they are drinking like water, Mazen Nnamdi, the more they confess, they profess to this oath, the more they sing it as a song, the more Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is demanding for 100 men. And this thing did not tell them anything. That with all this oath that they take, the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not still trust them. He did not trust them. Because he knows what is working in them. That what is working in them, these are men that cannot speak the truth. There's no truth in them. Listen to the wordings of this oath.
Nnamdi Kanu. And that I will never engage
in any act of insubordination.
in any act of insubordination.
The question you will now ask is, has these people engaged themselves in the act of insubordination? They have engaged, they have broken everything that has to do with this oath that they took. They have not only engaged in the act of insubordination, they have engaged in the act of selling the struggle. They have sold the struggle by themselves and for themselves and by themselves. They have sold it a long time ago. They have sold it a long time ago. They sold the struggle long time ago. Long time ago, they sabotaged everything. They sabotaged everything thinking that by so doing that Biafra will cease to come. Sorry about that. They sabotaged everything, but said they will never engage themselves in any act of insubordination. Mr. TJ. Mr. TJ, you're welcome. Good afternoon from France. My namesake. More wisdom, blessing upon you and family. Thanks for everything you guys have been doing for us. the Biafrans, mercies almost held the United States of Biafra. Yes, my brother, almost held the United States of Biafra, and you too that have been working also to see that our freedom is achieved. May Elohim continue to bless you, my brother. So what am I saying? These people in the oath that they took said that they will never engage themselves in insubordination. That they will never engage themselves in any act of insubordination. But they have sabotaged everything. Sabotaged ESN. Sabotaged Mazen Namdekano. Sabotaged Simon Eba. Sabotaged all Biafra. Sabotaged everything that the people have suffered. Mazen Namdekano has suffered for. The men died for 1970, 1970. They sacrificed, they sabotaged everything. They sabotaged everything. Look at them. Umokoko. Look at them. That is how they will stand every time and they will sing this rhetorics. And at the end of the day, as they are saying it the same way they are doing it, all those things they said that they will never do, those are the things that they do. As they are telling you they will never do this, what they are saying indirectly is that we must do this. This is what we are going to do. Just like Waziri, the former, what is that his name? Nnemodo, former President General of Ohaneze Dibo. He made his own very open. He said his father is Sabo Karaka, that his father is Sabo Karaka during the war, and he is ready to sabotage Biafra again. That is the words of Maze, God forbid, Nnayamodo. That is the words of Nnayamodo to the Biafrans. And these words are hidden in these guys to be part of us that are agitating for the freedom of the Biafrans. But indirectly, acting the same thing that Nnayamodo said openly that that will be his own duty to sabotage the struggle. But these ones are taking oath that they will never be in the act, they will never engage in any act of insubordination, but they are sabotaging. They have sabotaged. In their heart, they know that they don't mean what they are saying. But what they did not know is that whatever you confess with your mouth have a way of coming back to you, because whatever Elohim hear you say, that is what he will do for you. And you take this oath, standing, take this oath. Many of us will remove our slippers, remove anything that you're wearing on your leg, you march on the floor. And many of them thought because they take the oath in abroad, that it would have no effect on us. That so long as you are not in Nigeria, so what with the oath will not have anything to do or against you. It's only those that took their own from a Biafra land that are standing on Biafra land and took their own. The oath is the oath and is a chain. When Mazen Namdekan tell you is a chain of command, they thought that the chain of command that Mazen Namdekan was talking about is when they tell you command and control. They thought that command and control is when you align, the people will be with you. When you are deceiving them, they will be with you. The command and the control is dependent on this oath that you all took. That is where the command and control is embedded. Once you align yourself with this oath, the spirit that works with Biafra will command everything to obey you. You will be in control of all the forces in Biafra land. And that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is literally doing. There's somebody that made a video the other day, is on our Prime Minister, is also on my page because I shared it. This man was saying that the things that are following Simon Ekpa is more than him. And some of these forces, he didn't even know how they came. But as a result of consistency, saying the same thing that he's doing the same thing that he's saying, being consistent, all these things find his way to him because he's the only man that have been standing. And they have to empower him to have control, to command and crisis in our land. That is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mean by command and control. He didn't mean by command and control for you to come and deceive the Biafrans and control them and put their head in the forest. Do you get the point now? When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told you about command and control, he wasn't telling you about command and control that you will forcefully control the Biafrans and command them to enter bush and enter ditch and go there and die, and they will obey you and follow you. No. When he talks about command and control, is once you align yourself with the spiritual aspect, obeying everything, working for Biafra, that every other atmosphere will begin, you begin to command the power and control the forces, the atmosphere around you. And that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, is doing today. A man you say that come from nowhere. But you took oath. You've been there. Why didn't the Spirit choose you? That is the question. Hakwema Uromo wonder. Hakwema Uromo wonder. They can do as if you follow the trend of what is happening. The Spirit see you and he didn't choose you. That is a red flag there that you are not called to be in this particular office. You are not the one that have been chosen to be the face of Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the face of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the face of Biafra. They are the one receiving the direct bullet. Chukwu okike abịa ma enenego ihu ma n'azụ ma na inweghị the capacity, you lack the capacity, you lack everything that it takes, you don't have truth in you. So you cannot. He gave to another man that has capacity, that he have built his capacity, build his trustworthy, build him to be trustworthy. And he gave him the mantle. And that is why he's in charge today. And there's nothing any of you can do about it. Listen more to this old text that betrayed our struggle.
Neither should Nnamdi Kanu
Neither should Nnamdi Kanu
be insubordinate
be insubordinate
to the citizens of
citizen of
indigenous people of Biafra.
And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a righteous man. Nwachukwu okike abịama, that is whiter than snow, has been doing this job that he's called to do. He have not been insubordinate of Biafra. He has never sabotaged any of you. Rather, all of you have teamed up to sabotage him. All of you teamed up to sabotage him. But the oath you took said you will not sabotage Biafra that are working assiduously to see that Biafra was restored. But you sabotage the council, sabotage Dental Lion, sabotage a lot of people. Baby, you sabotage a lot of people. A lot of people, you sabotage them. Kill a lot of ESN commanders, ESN members. You killed a lot of people. At the quest to make sure that this cause of Biafra went down the drain. That the suffering of Mazen Nnamdi can become in vain. At the quest for you to achieve that, you sabotaged and did all manner of things to see if you can do it. But Elohim knows you more than you know yourself. And he frustrates the tokens of the liars and make their diviners mad. And that is why all of you are running bad today. You're welcome, my brother. Rest assured. You're welcome to the studio. You working today? Rest assured.
will see this one will change. The whole world will see us as the most stupidest people in the whole world. The world is never going to do.
So, I salute each and every one of you. So, like as I was saying, you're all welcome. We have more audience. The rest assured, I was asking whether you can hear me before the network interrupted. So you're all welcome, dear friends. As you come in, do well to share, on there. Click on the notification bell, subscribe, and like the program. So I salute and every one of you, dear friends. I was talking about the oath that these people took, that they betrayed. The oath that they took and they betrayed this very oath. The wordings of this oath is very strong. Very strong. But many of them, because they are carnal-minded people, like our Prime Minister said, that this was a carnal-minded. Minded, shut up. You don't say anything the way it is. You've been a liar. You've been a deceiver. Look at them. Look at the picture. Look at the video. The picture at the right-hand side up there. These are the people that take oath that they will defend you, Biafrans, that they will speak about your ordeal, what you have suffered for decades in the hand of this terrorist, the terrorist camp of Nigeria. They said they will defend you, that they will lay down their life to make sure that you got your freedom. They said whatever it's going to take, that they will do it, even if it takes their life, that they will defend the cause of Biafra. But at the same time that they are saying this, they are doing the direct opposite. They said they will never be insubordinate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nke a kacha agbawa m obi. Not only did they betray many of our commanders, because they know the time they betrayed Ikonso, that the truth will be out one day. So they have to go after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to know about this and come on the air to announce those people that are been sabotaging the struggle, and you know that it's the same people that are the helm of affair, that are the leadership, those you call POS, the thing will be somehow. But the more they go deeper in doing evil, that you go deeper in doing evil to cover the evil that you, doesn't mean that that evil will remain like that. No. It doesn't mean that you have succeeded. No. But it means that you have finally put yourself in a tight corner where you can never come back. You have finally put yourself where your repenting will be so difficult, and where your forgiveness will be so difficult, so to say. Listen to the weddings that these people
Because of the restoration of the sovereignty state of
they took oath that they will never betray the cause of the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. But the worst of it all is that these people didn't understand any of the weddings that they read. They read this thing as a novel. They read it just like people will read a handout, will read novel, or read any newspaper. They didn't take time. Before I take this oath, I have to take this oath home. I look at my children, look at my wife, and look at myself in the mirror. And I sat down. Are they going, I ask myself, are they going to be something in the future that will make me to work against this thing, these weddings that are written here? Am I prepared and ready to obey whatever that is here? Not to look at the front or look at the back or look behind me or look sideways when it comes to defending this very thing. I studied this thing and analyzed it and ponder on it, dream about, sleep over it. I slept over this thing before I went to my unit and I took the oath. And I understood what the oath is saying. The oath is saying that you should align yourself to truth. It doesn't matter who is in it. Even if it's a small boy that just come today, that understand what we are fighting for and they begin to propagate it and say it the way it is, that I should follow that person. Once restoring Biafra is concerned, That is the oath that everyone took. Many people did not take the oath, and some of the people that didn't even take the oath are doing wonders. Mazi Simon, but when he refused to take oath, want to prove to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to him, that the reason why he didn't want to take the oath as at that time is to prove to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you don't need to take oath for you to defend your fatherland, and to prove those that took oath that by the time at the end of the day, Ogai Agwacha also will go call Miles, that me that did not take the oath will be found standing than most of you that took this oath, because the spirit that are in you are not in line with the oath that you have took. Mazen Nandekan initiated this to see how he can tame the evil spirit that are in these people. But the evil spirit that are in them is something that you cannot tame. That even with this oath, you cannot still tame, you cannot still control this evil spirit that are in them. And this demon has come to destroy them. But we, the Biafrans, are still starting today with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, and there's nothing none of them can do about it. And Biafra will come at our own time, and there's nothing any of them can do about it. And those that say instead of Biafra, Simon Eba to bring Biafra, let Biafra not come, they will be there and Biafra will come. Through Simon Eba, the Prime Minister of the Republic Government in Eza. And there's nothing any of them can do about it. That is the promise.
Of the restoration of sovereignty state of Biafra. I swear
that I will never
will never
endanger
endanger
the life
Swear never to endanger the life of any comrade. They swear never to endanger the life of any comrade. But they have endangered many lives, including that of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see how wicked these people can be? Do you see how wicked these people can be? When our Prime Minister is working to see that the government of Nigeria that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he will make the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the worst thing that ever, the worst mistake that Nigeria has ever made. These ones are taking oath and warming up to betray our leader Mazi Nnamdi.
They fight for money and power.
Listen to this.
We fight for something bigger. They fight for money and power.
Those in Zama people, they fight for money and power. Those Ohaneze Ndoshi Nandiama, they fight for money and power. Those World Igbo Congress, they fight for money and power. All the Eastern governors, they fight for money and power. All the governors, senators, and the House of Representative members of from the old Eastern region, from Biafra land, they fight for money and power. But we fight for something bigger. We fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, they fight for freedom. We the Biafra, and we are fighting for this freedom for the future benefit of our people. But the Zama group of companies are fighting for power, for command and control that they don't understand. That command and control is a spiritual word. That once you are working for the Biafrans, the spirit that works with the Biafran people, Elohim that initiated the Biafra as a nation, that Biafra will be as a nation, will empower you to control the forces that are in our land. But they want to use their charm and all the dibia that they are going to use Otomobo to control our people. You can't use Otomobo to control Biafra people. That is the mistake all of them made. But Mazi Simon Eba, the spirit rested on him when he saw him worthy, trustworthy to carry on this quest of Biafra restoration. They fight for power and money. That's why they sold our leader for $9 million. But we are fighting for freedom, for the bigger picture, where the future of Biafrans will be protected at all cost. That is the difference between us and them.
They fight for money and power. We fight for something bigger. We fight for freedom.
We are fighting for
Not to
freedom.
prove something to some general. Freedom.
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 Freedom for you. Freedom
For
from
you.
us and the country. Freedom for Simon Eba, our Prime Minister. Freedom for me. Freedom for you.
Freedom for the man next to you. Freedom for people
freedom.
back in the fields.
Freedom for those back in the field. Freedom for those land. Freedom for the next generation unborn. Freedom for all Biafrans. That is what we are fighting for. And that is what makes Mazen Namdekan to be consistent. And that is what made Simon Ekpa to be consistent. And that is what made some of all the cabinet members to be consistent. And that is what made us consistent to today. And nothing will change about this until Biafra is restored. I welcome each and every one of you once again. Those that are joining us now, may Elohim bless you. As you come in, share the program, like it, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell that whenever we come up, you'll be notified that we are live. Last, the Zama group of company are confessing that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa is in charge. And there's nothing any one of them can do about it. And some of them are outraged. Some of them are so annoyed. Let's listen to this one. Some of them are so annoyed. Some of them are so annoyed that they don't even know how to help themselves. Listen to this. Our Prime Minister is telling them, I will be your end. That is what he told them from the
so-called autopilots and
You know, as you have a brand envelope journalism, those that align themselves with the Zoological Republic will always have a brand envelope journalism. These are those brand envelope journalism. He's own a journalist. This is the journalist of this Ifulef. He's asking him and they're telling him what he wants to hear because of their stupidity
and their box.
and the annoyance in him.
Well,
Listen to him.
Ife gbasara
The one that they put. Let me put the one that pushed him out. The system is hanging on. What is going on? Let me put the one that pushed this slave out. For you to know that our people already know what is going on. And you can no longer deceive them. You can no longer deceive our people. Never. Not again. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Will you ever deceive our people again? Our people understand what is going on. They understand what is going on and there's nothing you can do about it. Let me bring the video where they pushed him out. where he was interrupting Fine Boy, the brother of Mazen Yokukano, when he asked some questions. And he was there interrupting it because he was annoyed, so annoyed that when he wanted to say something about Simon Ekpa, he was shunned. He was shunned because he was forbidden not to speak anything about Simon Ekpa. He was forbidden not to say anything about Simon, but he's doing his strong head to say something about Simon Ekpa. And he was shunned. Never. You have been forbidden to say anything about this man. So don't bring it here. Kenechukwu Eze, you're welcome. Madubugu is a gunner, is a gunner and a scammer. He's a scammer, we know that. We know that he's a criminal. He's a criminal and a deceiver and is a kidnapper at the same time. Oh, Nyakoji Boroko when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that all kidnappers will not go scot-free. That one did not go down well with him. Listen to him.
The reason why he named it, I know we get two leaders, one leader. That's not only government.
See how this tout is interrupting somebody that is making a speech. Do you see how he's interrupting? Do you see how he's interrupting? He don't want the truth to come out, but the truth is already out. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. The truth is already out. Elders are telling this Nwambanshi here, mechie n'ọnụ, mechie ọnụ ezi ule ga ka ndị mmadụ kwuo okwu. Ka ndị mmadụ nụkwa n'ife mmadụ kwuru. Elders here are telling, mechie n'ọnụ ezi ule gị ka ndị mmadụ n'ife mmadụ na-ekwu. He thought in his mind that nobody know what he did. He thought that nobody know what he did. You are exposing yourself the more. The more you do your shenanigans, the more you are exposing yourself. We already know you, and Biafrans already know you. But this oath that you all take, he took oath also. He took oath also that he will not betray Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But he was the Judas that kissed prison when he was in the court. He come out and kissed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That's the same thing that Judas did. That you kiss Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the chief, does not show that, oh, you love him. Oh, you are a disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, you are the people that are keeping the rules and regulations that is guiding the struggle. That is a sign of betrayal and sabotaging in the highest level. Sabotage on the highest level.
Because all this crime let us hear. You express your feelings. Let us tell us. Look at how he exonerated IPOB. Personal IPOB is called one family. Yes. Because it's a family who cannot be. He made it clear.
Fine Boy was putting it to him, reminding him of what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. He said that IPOB is built on truth. The struggle of the Biafra Republic government in exile is built on truth. And anybody that is involved in kidnapping will not go scot-free. Fine Boy is now saying it to his face. That as you are involved in the kidnapping in Biafra land, you will not go scot-free. Yeah, he get even more agitated. Just watch it. He will get more agitated.
That is simple. Okay.
He will get out. They will push him out from here. Watch. Do you see that his voice mellowed down when Fine Boy said that Onyendu, he reiterated that Onyendu said those that are involved in kidnapping, his voice calmed down a bit. And he began to ask Fine Boy, Onye si ogwaro government in exile. Onye si ogwaro government in exile. Everything that this guy had been looking for is the way he will lure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to something. But the Biafran spirit is more stronger and smarter than them all. And that's why they have all failed. Listen to him.
Okay. No, I know what I'm saying.
You don't know anything that you're saying. You are because ịma na-eme mitin ụmụnna onye aṅụrụma ma unu kwubịa ebe ahụ bịa mesasifa na-eme enwe ka na-esi wee doko ya kwarịa kwapịa ehe ịnachatazi azisi biko anyị mewe ife anyị na-eme ịmago na onye awụọ onukwu ofeke wifa ofeke na-amaghị eji wee kee nkọkwa wifa. So that's what they just did to him. Watch it again. If you guess what papi now. If you go ya so kwade ya kwade ni buje. Mwamba nshi. Listen to the person. Listen to during this thing. What they are doing. Listen to that person that was videoing this. Because these are the people that the Biafrans have been suffering from their hand all the day long. These are the people, whenever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu make 1 foot forward, they will draw him backward. 100 foot or 1 million foot backward. Whenever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put another, they will be the one to sabotage it. Because their job in IPOB is to sabotage whatever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing. But since they cannot find their way to the government in exile, since they are not the one that these things that they have done is all for nothing. That the betrayal of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is all for nothing because everything they have done is now working against them. Mad Gugu that called himself a freedom fighter living in government house after the evil he did on his Biafra freedom. That is it. And our brother Mandela said, when you are living in peace with your enemy, you have betrayed, you are compromised, you have been compromised. You have been compromised. When you are a freedom fighter and you are living in peace with your enemy, you have been compromised. You go to government house, you go to this place, but you're a freedom fighter. Oh God, you're not fighting for freedom. Oh, to esi we kwari akwapia. Oh, to akesi akwa. Nto akesi akwapo. Akwapo. Negent. Anakonshe, my brother. Anakonshe. Nako nonsense, no. Nako rubbish. Nako kande. Their anger, no band. I'm telling you, their anger no band that Mazi Simon Ekpa stood strong. With all the fight, with all those things that they did to him, he stand where he is. Unmovable, unshakable. He refused to be shaken. Because the powers that these people are possessing, you cannot do anything about it.
I have a bit of shaker. I have never touched those ones.
The powers that some of them possess.
I have the boost kabash. Yes.
He've not even started touching them at all.
I have Ganduka Mbeg.
Gandusa ungoja piasa hana. Obego here hanchadi nena sanono. Obego here from onyuku onyenta hanchadi nena sanono. Na kwa neziokwu na nya fugo kwa no Simon Ekpa in charge. Na kwa neziokwu na ndị niile anyị na-ekwubo na ha ma ife enwegwu ife ha ma. Enwegwu ife ha chi. Na ndị niile anyị na-agbabu nu they are enwegwu ife ha chi. Na ndị awụkwa ndị ofeke. Ndị awụ ndị ofeke na amaghị oge eji wee ke nkụ ụkwa. Maka Simon Ekpa came out full loaded. He's a double-barreled human being. He said I'm 50 in 1. And the day of that interview, as I'm watching it, I said, this man. Because we all know the truth. Our leader, Mazen Namdekan, said, you don't need to bribe Biafrans for them to cluster around you. No, you don't need to bribe them. Neither do you need to forcefully command them to follow you. This is one thing that these people fail to understand. Our leader, Mazen Namdekan, said, once you are consistent on the path of truth and saying it, doing it, being consistent, never wavered, either from the right or the left, Biafrans will follow you. Because Biafrans are driven by the truth. Once they test you and see that you are consistent and saying what you're doing, they will follow you. That's why the land of Biafra is under the command and the control of Maazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, the Ambassador of Peace, the Ekpoke One of Biafra land, the Obato Obie of Biafra land, Umiri Nariugu of Biafra land. That's why the land of Biafra is under his command and control. Whenever, whatever he says goes in Biafra land. And these people don't understand the mathematics around it, because they are never spiritually inclined. They never come to fight for Biafra. All they have come is to eat. Didn't you see how he's looking like a football? Before check and go see if you can know if nya a toad. If we are for Afukasi, on a high into a Afukasi. That is who this idiot is. That is who is. Because now Chikotagi Joes your Joe when never be Afrano. If we go a high, if we go a high, Onuku agbara Zama, agbara onwe ya Zama, ịmali agbakọta Zama. Ịgbakọ ya dere ezi kwari akwapịa ka Onuku si ya si ebe a pụọ. Efu onye nke na-eso ya n'azụ, onye nke na-eso ya n'azụ nwụrụ oke, efu na onye mmadụ onwe ya Max. I don't know. I want to take look at this again. Look at this again. This person na-eso. The point now. Look at that blowing this guy. Sorry, you're not seeing the clear picture. That's okay now. If we get to work, Kwaria goes on a mendo. Kwaria, Kwapia, Netituno, to a Simon to work at a fan canning. Never had underground. If we got it, I'm over post. If Rafa, forgot Gamobrao. And with this toad, now in the village, come out one another carry. If I did so to a neighbor, when, in the iron of Waffle took up that. In the iron and Tintiaza or Bacanti. If I have nego, Ntiaza Chaco with a Bacanti. In Nayananti. Keep on Wobera, but all in a different form. You understand? Onya kandaji we kwapia na ako makana kata na power kata wo ya no na etidiva. They pushed him out. See no na konsi no. Maka we nwe any other no mo ya ko war. And the war is not the language that is needed in that place that the saints are gathering. Are you getting me? The eagles gather. Nwa wo udene we bia kwa ba. Onya ka ji we kwari akwapia na agosi na nkata achoro ikpe ebe a agwụrụ nkata nnediri ụmụ awọ anyị nidibo ha awọ ebe a ya ka ji we kwapia na n'afọ ya then enwe another thing chọ igosi That person na-esonye n'azụ with his own person, his own journalist. Oh, yeah, na-ajụ ya ajụjụ na the other video m played unu. I get him. Ya nwa na-ajụ ya nonsense question. Na-ajụ ya ife ọ chọrọ ịnọ. Are you getting me? Oh, ya nwa na-ajụ ya. But I want you to take n'anya na something. That person marks himself. Onye ha chọrọ ka afọ ihu ya. That person na-esonye yi black. Watch this video. Watch this video. Just look at this video. You'll see it. What? You see that person that is doing his hand like this? You see? Now hit me, na hit the kita. Na hit the kita. My afọ say na zoo. Na hit the kita. Man onya before you wey you chi onwe. Ke ghara chop nyawo. Onya nwa we face ori je na aju ya useless question. Mana ife na ha na akọ wishi. So Biafrans, from the onset, our Prime Minister told you that before the end or the middle of this year, you will know that we have not been playing. It have not even gotten to the middle of this year, and everything has been clear to everyone that we are already home. We are already at home in Biafra land. We are already in Biafra land. And every one of them, there's nothing they can do about it. Hanchanine na nyuzi anyuna abo abo. Hanchanine. Karo White anachi agazu na school. Because ogora akwụkwọ ọ wayo ka ọ mara eme. So nachi agazu koje join na ndị Yahoo ibe ya. Wee gwuwe wayo ha mara anya. Are you getting me? Because most of those people that said, oh, this is impossible. We are in charge. This person is in charge. The leadership are wise. The leadership are this and that. At the end of the day, Ogin Lemezitata. Biafrans has spoken in a very clear and loud voice that there's nothing any man can do to this thing that our fathers fought and died for. There's nothing you will do to thwart it. The spirit is so strong in us, and Mazen Namdekan has impregnated so many people. That's why he told you in 1 trillion years you cannot do anything about Biafra. It's an ideology of freedom. We are not fighting to take what is not ours. We are not fighting to enslave anybody. We are fighting for us not to be enslaved by anybody. Just like we don't want to be in the business of enslaving you, you should not be in any business that will come to interfere in our affairs. You should not engage in any business that will be to interfere in our own affairs, as we are not in any business to interfere in yours. That is what we are talking about. Anya siro geba mana asịkwa na anyị nwe bena maka na Bible awụrụ ngụ nwe anyị nwe mana ọwụ na enwe anwa gewu nwe egbe si na anyị ya ebero ibere n'aja and ibere n'aja ife ihe ya ihe meghu ma ọwụ na ife kata na enu bere n'aja ọwụ ọzọ mụ ya gwa nke maka ma ya tọrọ gị inu kọwarụ gị mana ife a na-emewu ife mmụọ ka ọwụ ife a na-emewu ife mmụọ. Enwere egwu nwoke magụrụ sị agakata akpọkwuru keja ma dike mawalụ m oji mgbe ngana mawalụ m oji ngugbe lovia mawalụ m oji mana enwere ajọ mmụọ oji si anya ọkụ azụ anụ ka o buru igu ntị echie ọwa nkụ tara akpụ ọ sị gị chọọ nwoke na nwoke dị n'obi n'ife niile mekọrụcha na nwoke na-eri n'ude na-agakata akpọkwuru ka eji ama dike ọwụrụ m ofe ka chịkọta ekwu ọnụ agakata akpọkwuru ka eji amadike na ntachi obi ka ịnyịnya ibu ji aga n'ugwu. Iche na ibu niile ịnyịnya ibu na-ada ebu wee na-azọwara ije, iche na ọ ga-egbu ya mgbu. Ọ na-egbu ya mgbu mana ọ ya ejeruru ebe onye nwe ya nọ. Ọ ya emere ahụ shọ, ọ ya adịnata ahụ shọ da n'ife ahụ eborie na o bunaruru ya. Ife eji ama nwoke wu ntachi obi. Ọ ntachi obi ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji wee dinwuo ife niile a na-eme ya. Ma ife niile emere ya, he endured them. He endured them. That's why he told us earlier that the time that we are entering is the time we need, that the pain is going to be much, and we go to our brain to endure everything that will be happening to us. I don't know how many of you that listened to that message. It's one of the last messages of our leader before he was kidnapped. He told us that the next 2 weeks will be so pivotal, that the battle is coming from all fronts. The time is very clear to him that it is time for him to go and pay the last price for our freedom to come. And he told us that God told him, look at Biafra, I've given it to you, go and take it. Go and take it. Mana ndị niile anọjusi ụgbọ niile anya ma ọ na ha ncha niile wu ngwọrọ. Ha jide ụgbọ niile nọjusi ebe ndị wu mmadụ ya anọ, ndị ụkwụ n'ụkwụ ha na-abụ ya anọ. Nọchisie ha ncha niile. Jehova na-agwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nwee ndidi na ndị ngwọrọ anọ n'ụgbọ a, mmafe ekpu ụgbọ anụnwa, mkpu ụgbọ a tụbasịa ha ncha niile n'ime mmiri ka ndị nke wu mmadụ nọrọ n'ụgbọ anụnwa. And what did he do? He drowned all of them. They went underground and stayed. They said it by themselves. It's not me saying it. They say they are doing underground job. It's not underground job. Elohim sink them underground. So that those that it is their duty that have been mandated, that have been ordained to restore Biafra to come to aboard into the ship and take the Biafrans to the final destination. And that is where we are today, Biafrans. I salute each and every one of you. I greet you all. We will draw the curtain from here. We are almost 2 hours to the time. 2 hours. We will draw the curtain from here. Biafrans, thank you. Last you discover that you camp. But you're among those that last you know that where you belong to is the right place you should be. I'm proud of myself today. And I'm proud of the comrades that are standing. More proud than for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu than ever before. More proud of us. I'm more proud of you seriously to see that our freedom come. May you never look back. Start all on the truth. The truth only will set everyone free. And Kanu said that the Zoological Republic will fail. It have fallen by the truth. So thank you, Biafra. Nyamara gị matata n'abalị, nyamara gị ma ọpụpụ na mbata gị wuru ife ọma. Ọpụ na mbata gị awụ ife agosiri agosi. Oke ife ọma nke ọma ya bịara ya. Onye ọnwụ na-afụrụ gị chewe nke ọjọọ ya akpọ ihe otu ife n'abalị. Ife ọjọọ ya emere ọgụ. Ọpụ na mbata gị prime minister ife ọjọọ ya emere ọgụ. Ọpụ na mbata gị onye Biafra na-anụ olu m, Lord of Freedom, onye na-afụ nwere onwe n'anya, ife ọjọọ ya emere ọgụ. Ndị ọjọọ wụ na nọ n'agbata ime gị ife ọjọọ, onwe ha ka ha ya ezute. Whatever the evil ones are planned against you will return back to them. It will not see you in the morning, it will not see you in the evening, it will not see you in the night. Onye ọbụla na-eche nke ọ ya emegwu onwe ya, isi eko ya ebu. Onye ọbụla isi gị na-awa na aja wisi eko yeja atwe. Ise Jehova emeriri gị ajọ mmadụ. Ana Biafra emeriri gị ndị iro. Ndị niile si na Biafra ya bịara. Chukwu okike abịama ya emere ha ncha niile. Wee nye anyị mmeri dịka onye nwe anyị mmeri tata. Ị bụ onye agọzi agọzi. Gaa n'iru ime iwu nke ọma. Ife ọwụ na ịma iwu nke ọma ị na-eme gaa n'ihu ime ya na. And Biafra will come when we are less expecting it. This year, may Elohim bless you, Biafrans. Rest assured, if you are there, can you say hi to Biafrans? If you are free today, say hi to Biafrans before we draw the curtain. Rest assured, are you there? Can anyone hear me? Rest assured, can you hear me? Okay, probably he's not there. Okay, you can hear me? Say hi to the Biafrans. We are drawing the curtain here. Yes, of course you are. You're no longer coming out.
Am I coming out now? Can you hear me?
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm here. Can you hear me, Jaja? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I can
Yeah, I just want to
hear you.
thank
Go ahead.
you for your good work. Yeah, I just want to thank you for your good work, Jaja. You're doing a very, very good work. And I also want to thank every Biafran that's listening, that's always coming, to voice and, keep this fire of our liberation going. I want to thank everyone. And it's really good how and where our liberation is at the moment, and I want us, to take it to the next step because we are all doing a very, very, very good job. And I cannot even appreciate you enough because we here in the zoo, we know what we're going through. We know how soon we wish this Biafra to come. I mean, the next day, if it can happen tomorrow, man, we're down for it. So I want to thank everyone. Our Prime Minister, he's doing an amazing job. I mean, it's not easy. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone. And lastly, we should not forget our gallant men are also on ground. We also need to support them. They're doing a very, very, very wonderful job. So yeah, good afternoon from here and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Assured, for that wonderful. Until Biafra continue is restored. Continue to be followed on the
We die.
speaking and say that is lie. You have lied already. And you will continue. The only thing you cannot lie about is the name of Biafra because come to see restored today. Simon that than contact to Simon. Spiritual something is not a physical something that you need to contest. So that is the way it is. I salute you all. May Elohim continue to bless you all and keep and strengthen you in the homeland and in diaspora. At the end of the day, God will grant us to see Biafra. You see? You see? You see? Thank you so much. We'll call it a day from here. I salute all of you. May God continue to bless you. Your eyes on the ball. Do not lose guard. Do not lose guard, so that you will not join the group of the Janjaweed. God bless you and remain focused and consistent. Thank you and see you in the evening. God bless you. Love you all.